faking it versus faithing it. And on the left side of this of the whiteboard today, I'm going to teach you what's occurring right now in the economy and in life. That's why it's the 12th month of the year, which is, as we say, there's 12 months in a year, and it's 15 rounds in a fight. The champions fight for rounds 12 to 15. And obviously, we're not discussing a physical fight. We're discussing an internal physical fight. Because so many people try to fake it. They say, well, just fake it till you make it. A lot of coaches out there say that, and to me, that's not correct. You don't fake anything. You have to faith it. What is faking it? Not believing within yourself. I'm going to make some points here. Not believing. Not speaking the right words. Not associating with the right people. And not scheduling time, and not decisive on weaknesses. I love to read books. I recommended this book a few months ago, and it's a phenomenal book. It's titled Uncommon Friends, and the author is James Newton. I highly suggest to own this. And many of you have heard about masterminding, and many of you have heard about, obviously, Henry Ford and Thomas Edison. You know what's exciting is Mr. Ford and I were exactly the same. Page 112 of Uncommon Friends. Ford would set off on his bicycle or on foot first thing in the morning for exercise and to clear his mind for the business of the day. I'll say it again. Henry Ford, as you know, built a billion-dollar conglomerate, and just literally, regardless of where Ford is today, it's the foundation of Henry Ford. Ford would set off on his bicycle or on foot first thing in the morning for exercise and to clear his mind. To what, John? Clear his mind for the business of the day. You guys have to understand, faithing it, you have to get focused on your daily habits of being focused. Now, what does this mean, John? Focus means you have to get focused on each and every day. When do you schedule a time for you to be focused? Now, Henry Ford every day went out on his bicycle or on foot, first thing in the morning, to clear his mind and get ready for the day. You know what's exciting is on page, well, these pages aren't actually numbered, so it's actually not numbered, the pictures, but what's exciting, this is powerful. Sometimes Edison, Thomas Edison, someone that knows pretty much about life and making decisions. Thomas Edison baited his hook, and sometimes he left it unbaited and enjoyed the quiet time to think. Thomas Edison, everyone thought he was a famous snook fisher. He would go out and go fishing, but as it says in the book, about 95% of the time there was no bait on the hook because he had to get focused. The number one reason why people are faking it and failing is because they're not focused. Let me ask you a question. How focused are you on your daily habits? We're now in round 12, the 12th month. Between the 12th month and the first month, which is January, coming up very shortly, everybody always goes, well, I'm going to make New Year's resolutions. I will not make a New Year's resolution. I want you guys to understand that. You have to make daily resultations. What does that mean? Each and every day, you have to make a decision to create your daily action steps that you want to produce those steps to faithfully take action to achieve your ultimate why. Why do I say that? Because when you look here, this is awesome. This book is just phenomenal. You will see right here a picture of three healthy men. Thomas Edison lived to 82 years of young. 82 years young. And what's awesome is in 1931, you'll see Ford, Edison, and Firestone just sitting on a step, masterminding. But there's a challenge here for many of you, is you say to yourself, well, I need to focus every day on my daily habits, but I'm not associating with the right people. That's why you have to make sure you mastermind with champions. And that's why, as you know, a major benefit of the Lifestyle Freedom Club is every 60 days here in South Florida, our team does a mastermind event where 30 champions from all around the world can come together as a private benefit of your membership. Everyone we've done, it's standing room only at 30 people. Make a decision. Why? Because there's a thin line here on this whiteboard. Yes, yet it's a huge thick line in life. And what's routed in this line is fear. Fear keeps you from stepping out and faithing it. And a major point is in my book, 10 Life Lessons on How to Find Your Why Now. See, we're in a now season because every day is a day you take action to achieve your why. Well, on page 82, many of you have heard me teach this. Obviously, I wrote it. But page 82, many champions that disconnect themselves from the critics find themselves entering into a lonely isolation zone. This is normal. It's just part of the friend exchange that goes with your new life. I'll say it again. Friend exchange. You must be determined to surround yourself with other champions that believe in you and want you to succeed. See, want you. They want you to succeed. They have no ego. And what happens is in the faking world, a lot of people are out there saying, oh yeah, I'm going to go out and make a lot of money. I'm going to win a lottery when all my numbers come in. Or I'm going to keep focusing on attracting things into my life. Well, obviously, that's not working because we're in the worst economy ever, the worst recession ever, because people have been not believing in themselves that they actually have what it takes to faithfully step out to build a business. Now, I'm going to read from a great book, Jewish Wisdom for Business Success. This is powerful. I always say, how many Jewish people do you know that are not prosperous? This is a phenomenal book, a must read. It's by Rabbi Levi Blackman. I say my little Jewish accent there. And it's lessons from the Torah and other ancient texts. And I want to thank Eric Stein. Eric, thank you, brother. You sent this to me as a birthday gift, and I absolutely appreciate it. You can see I've torn his book up. But what's powerful is on page 5 of this book. When I read this, I was just so excited about it. And it says, and it's talking about Moses. And it says right here, it says, insight for business. This is awesome. Listen, focus, listen real attentively. Competition is not your real enemy. Fear is. Choosing to follow the path of safety will cost you opportunities that will often be far greater than the potential losses you might incur by a riskier path. Well, let me ask you a question. Are you being held back behind this line and stepping over into the faith realm? And I'm going to fill this entire whiteboard up with all the faith habits, the faith steps, the faith words, the faith associations. It says right here, competition is not your real enemy, fear is. Fearing of leaving certain individuals. Fearing of saying, well, if I stay here and I'm around certain people, I'm comfortable. That's why, as you know, I always teach the fern versus the bamboo. Because the bamboo root, as we all know, takes 5 to almost 6 years to break ground. But the root building process is what the bamboo can handle the storms with and from. Let me now say it in plain English, meaning the root that was built for 5 or 6 years, when the bamboo takes a hit, it can handle the hit because of its root. And you see, right now in life, you really have to understand that faking it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't believe when a success coach says, well, you got to fake it till you'll make it. No, you got to faith it till you make it. And I'm going to build up to that. But you always hear this, faking it, fake it till you make it. No, you got to make a decision to step out in faith, and that's why you set a 5-year goal. You set your why 5 years out. And then each and every day you take your daily, consistent, focused action steps.